This video is brought to you by the lovely sponsors below. Thank you so much for your support. Welcome, fellow masters. My name is Musaki from Chaldea Gurus, and it's time for another episode of The Drawing Board. You guys definitely said you wanted more videos like this, so I got together with DaringDan so we can make another one of these videos. Expect to see them more often in the future. And without any further delay, let's just jump into it and get started with today's topic: death. No, we're not having an existential discussion on the meaning of life and death, or what happens after you die. We're going to explore the instant death mechanic in Fate Grand Order, and why instant death may not be as good as it could be. Now, to understand the instant death mechanic, we need to iron out some preliminary information about it. First off, instant death, when triggered, immediately kills the target. That's easy enough to understand. Second, it completely replaces your Noble Phantasm. Let's say you were using Caster Nitocris, whose second ability was at level 7. Normally, a 3-hit AoE Arch Noble Phantasm refunds some of that cost, so you can get that missing 4%. However, if the instant kill affects all 3 targets, you do not get that return. This is a minor setback, but it's important to know. Third, the chance of actually triggering instant death on a worthwhile enemy is close to 0. Bosses are getting much harder to kill, while some of them are simply impossible to instantly kill. To properly understand this third one, let's take a look at how instant death is calculated in the game itself. Now, this formula is a simple one. Using the ability's death chance, the chance of effects for either death chance or death success rate, and a hidden stat known as death rate. Every servant and enemy in the game has a death rate. For weaker archetypes, like your hands, Cupidors, soldiers and skeletons, things like that, bronze version of these enemies have 100% death chance, while silvers have 80%, and lastly, gold enemies have 50% death chance. For most of the other Act 1 mobs like Amazons, Ghosts, Automatas, the percentages go down to 80, 50, and 20% respectively. And for the stronger variants, it gets even worse. While for boss, it can go up from 20%. For the first ones, to 1%, to 0.2%, and even 0%. Needless to say, but with low values like these, you're better off trying to get an SSR with the luck it will take to instantly kill some of these bosses. While the 0% ensures that instant death is just not possible, even to the luckiest of gamblers. With all that information now out in the open, what can we do with our instant death reliant servants? Well, the first option we can look to is farming. With certain servants like Saber Shiki and the aforementioned Caster Nitocris, you can clear waves quite rapidly regardless of HP values. You will need to research the death rate values of enemies beforehand, but it should be possible to make proper use of them in that manner. And for the single target ones like Assassin Shiki, well, they're in the roughest spot at the moment. You would normally use them for tougher enemies, but they tend to have much lower death rates than regular mobs. It is rather unfortunate if you only look at death chance itself. The good news here is that these servants usually have good enough damage with the death chance added on top as an extra cherry, so to speak. Assassin Shiki's damage, for example, is quite good with her 50% arch up and ignore invul skill, and a 30% charge skill. The MP itself also ignores defensive buffs. You can say the same thing with King Hassan. With both a 20% attack up and a 50% buster up skill, you most likely won't need to rely on his instant death chance, either on the Noble Phantasm or on the passive 5% chance he gets on each attack to get the job done. In conclusion, the mechanic itself is only really useful on AoE instant death servants, while the single target ones won't be able to use this mechanic to its full potential. However, don't let that stop you from using these servants. Their strengths are usually good enough even without this specific mechanic. And if you do proc that instant kill, well, I'll either congratulate you on your luck or lament that you missed a chance at rolling an SSR. Thank Thank you guys so much for coming today and listening to this video. We have another one in store, but I want to see what you guys think. Do you want to see more videos like this breaking down hidden mechanics of the game? Is there something specific that you want to see in the future? When you get a chance, let me know in the comments below and let's get a discussion going. And also, I'd like to go ahead and say that we do stream on Twitch on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. That's when I, Musaki, normally stream, and the other gurus stream on Mondays and Wednesdays. We'd love to see you there. We're trying to basically keep that as our main streaming platform, and I enjoy having conversations with you guys. Even further, if you have any thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, and I definitely want to see what you guys got to say. Anyhow, my name is Musaki from the Chaldea Gurus, and I'll see you again when we have to go back to the drawing board. See ya.